Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, I want to do a little bit of a study with Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. Right, so I got the study manuals for the Uncover Your Past Life. I got them printed out, and I want to do Healers of the Earth as well, included in this, because they sort of go together quite well. So I want to do that, but I also want to use a tarot deck to begin this process. So let's do this. It's a bit of a sort of a study guide, choosing a tarot deck that you feel that you want to work with in regards to this. Okay, so we're going to look at what do we need to know about today, and then I want to get into a little bit more with uncovering your past life and then Healers of the Earth. So let's begin with the Tarot of the Divine. Let's just look at 3 cards that we're going to reflect on when we look at Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. So, straight away, that's interesting. 3 cards is what I said, right? So the first card is the Tower. So this could be a thing about breaking down walls, breaking down barriers, rebuilding your future the way you want. You've got the Star, which is a sense of wishes and dreams, seeing the light out of all the darkness. So maybe as we're crumbling the walls, we're starting to see things, see the light out of all the darkness, and this resurrection of one's true self, being authentic, an spiritual awakening of some sort. So here we've got this whole thing about everything feeling like it's doom and gloom, it's terrible, but we have this enlightenment, this understanding to rebuild what we want, so that our wishes and our dreams have come true, and we can resurrect who we truly are in some way. So this is something to sort of think about as we're looking at the sense of uncover your past life. So let's have a look at what card or cards are we going to reflect upon in this process. I just need to remove the plain cards. Right, so let's begin and think about what do we need to reflect on. Okay, so this card here flipped out straight away, and it's called about group living. So maybe we were living in a group in the past, and we've brought that energy forward in some way, which is in regards to this, why we're feeling doom and gloom, why we're feeling like our walls need to be broken, our walls are being broken down. So it could be to do with living in a group living, it could be to do with living in a cult or a tribe, a community in some way, commune, monastery, don't see that, but definitely feeling like a group living of some sort. Okay, so maybe in the past, which is part of where you are right now. So maybe you're needing to break down those barriers to living in a group situation. So what else do we need to know? Okay, could be this whole thing about using technology in some way. So this connection to group living could be in regards to using technology. Maybe that's part of the process and things as well. But I want to sort of break these down a little bit with the study and see if we can just get, that's me being clumsy. Okay, so just give me one more card that we can think about. So it's group living. Something to do with technology is definitely, something that thing. And here we got the sense of being executed. So maybe we were being executed for using technology in a group in the past. So let's have a look and see. The technology and the execution seems really, really important. Maybe that was a past life, maybe you were executed in a past life in some way for using technology in a group, maybe a group belief. So let's have a look at so we're looking at group living, right? So let's have a look at group living first. Let's see if we can get a bit of a message here. So in a past life you may have been part of a tribe of some sort, and there could be, so you learnt what it's like to function as a self-sustaining group, one that's focused on the good of the group as opposed to you're social by nature and need to be part of a group. It's essentially feel you can support others and feel supported in return. Commune. In a past life you may have been a member of a commune, collective or self-contained community. In such a community you might have insulated yourself from negativity in the world. Alternatively, your living situation may have allowed you to feel less reliant on societal institutions or government control. So the archetype is you thrive in a work or living situation in which you can rely on being supported by others and don't have to do everything alone. You tend to consider the needs of everyone around you instead of only what serves you. Alternatively, you may be withdrawing from society or what's normal to live by your own set of rules. Okay. Cult. In a past life you may have belonged to a cult. Hopefully you were not conditioned or brainwashed to give your authority or power away to the leader. Not all cults are harmful, however. Some were based on prophets or saints of the time and often an alternative to institutionalized religion. Okay, you're an adaptable and accommodating person who tends to adopt the beliefs and customs or ways of people around you. You may sometimes have to be careful of being overly impressionable, manipulated or used. Okay, monastery. In the past life you may have lived in a monastery, therefore you lived in proximity with others of similar beliefs. Living in a monastery you likely shared responsibilities with others that function as a community. Okay. Archetype. Have you sequestered yourself away from others in the world to avoid the pressures of modern life? True. Are you taking time to focus on quiet contemplation and devotion to the spiritual path? True. For some, this archetype indicates you're the type of person who avoids romantic relationships or has been without one for a long time. That's true as well. There's some stuff to think about there. Okay, that's something to think about here. Okay, the next one was technology. So let's have a look and see what technology is about. Quite good just to sort of go through and have a read and see what resonates with you in that moment. Use of technology. In a previous life you may have worked with technology in some form. Perhaps you were part of a technological advanced society, made use of form of weaponry, factory, machine, utility or vehicle. You may be logical, mechanical, systematic and intelligent person. You are likely good at taking things apart and fixing or assembling them. Or you may excel with working with computers, gadgets or forms of machinery. Technological progress. In a past life you may have been part of a society that experienced technological progress. Perhaps you played a role with that progress through helping to develop useful gadgets, machinery, weapons, vehicles or utilities. You're a logical, intelligent person who works according to a system to achieve a goal, though taking one step at a time, focusing on improvement you involve and grow. In a past life you may have been part of a culture that misused technology. Perhaps you experience how technology or weapons can be dangerous or used to harm others. So the archetype is you have a knack for knowing what makes a person tick and needs to be careful not to use this ability to hurt or manipulate others, such as to win arguments. For some, you may need to be careful how you make use of computers, the internet, social media or other forms of technology. No, that doesn't. Technological. In a past life you may have been part of a society that experienced disaster created by technology such as nuclear bombing. Okay. Industrial accident, experiment that went wrong. Okay. A dream relational project that we're trying to make progress with might have collapsed or uploaded. Perhaps this happened because you cut corners, ignored warnings. Close to you is known perhaps someone, no, that's not quite right. Something to do with use of technology or technological progress makes sense. A logical, mechanical, systematic intelligence. You are likely good at taking things apart, fixing or reassembling them, or you may excel with working with computers, gadgets. Yeah. Logical, intelligent person who works according to a system to achieve a goal, though taking one step at a time. Yeah, that's part of it too. So it could be something to do with that aspect. That sort of makes sense. Now the execution card. Let's have a look at this. So I'm sort of starting to get a bit of a picture about working in a group situation. So sorry, it just seems to be I hate it when this happens. Okay, so we looked at group living. I get a little bit about that sort of sequestering myself from others, which seems to be that whole thing. So taking a leap of faith to rebuild my dreams and goals and being authentic to myself could be part of being in that sequestering myself away from others and progressing naturally with technology. But let's have a look at the execution part. So maybe I feel, let's have a look and see what it says. Execution. Executed in a past life, you may have been beheaded, guillotined, hanged, drawn and quartered, shot, or even executed in another manner. While private executions did take place, most often they were public events. The accused was often accumulated through being paraded in front of a crowd. However, they were permitted to express in final words. Okay, archetype, you may feel dead to another or others in the sense that they refuse to have any association. Perhaps someone cut you out of their life in this way as a show of power or to accumulate you. This person may have wanted you to know the consequences of disappointing or yeah, that can be part of it. Okay, in a past life, something you said either deliberately or without thinking may have led to someone's execution or death. If not, it's possible you felt coerced into turning someone over. Oh, that's a snitch. You could feel guilty over something that was caused others to turn on someone. Does that make sense? Okay. Execution. In a previous life, you may have been a hangman, executed a part of firing for, or someone who gave the order to have someone killed. So someone close to you may have angered or betrayed you to the point you cut them out of their life. Wanted them to lose everything they could know, definitely not. Okay, witness. In a previous life, you may have witnessed an execution. This experience may have been traumatic, especially if the person executed was someone you love. You may carry unconscious trauma or guilt due to witnessing someone being cut down, disowned, or you might have felt helpless and afraid to say or do anything. At least you become fired, cut off, or so this could be executed. It could be part of my thing. Okay, so when I'm thinking about this as being cut out of someone else's life, yeah, that is so true. Okay, so when I look at it this way, then I get the sense of being in a group, a monastery type of situation from the past. Okay, so now I find myself being a bit of a hermit, if you like, on my own, being a bit of a monk, if you like. Use of technology, technology progress, that seems to be part of it. Does feel as though that I have that connection with the computer. You know, I can work a computer, I can do things with the computer. I'm sort of technology. I'm not actually, you know, I can progress with technology. It's not a, I'm not scared of technology in any way. I don't feel like I've abused it in any way. It just does feel like I have a sense of growth and awareness with this, and I do feel the sense of being executed in the sense of being executed for what I've done or what I believe, and maybe it's not, someone doesn't agree with me in that way, and so that I feel like I've been cut off from them. So in the past, does feel like, definitely feels like a monastery type situation, but yet was able to be quite progressive in many ways. So maybe that's why. So maybe I was in a monastery, I was very up to date with technology and stuff, so I was executed for that reason. That's an interesting thing to think about. So quite good to sort of dive deep. So we're looking at things being, so now maybe I feel as though things are a little bit shaken up. I'm trying to find the light out of the darkness and resurrect who I truly am on many levels. So let's have a look at the Healers of the Earth. So what card am I going to reflect on for healing through this process? Okay, so here we've got two cards flipped out. We've got Remnants of Atlantis. So now we've got the past life stuff resurfacing, so we need to deal with that in some way. And it talks about round and round, so scatteredness, aimlessness, and repetition. Oh, I'm going to have to sort this out. Okay, so it does feel as though there is a sense of going around and around in circles. So it doesn't really, so let's have a look. So the first card was number 25, Remnants of Atlantis. So let's have a look at this one. This one here. Remnants of Atlantis. So let's have a look at this. Upright message. Where in your history have you done this before? Where are you being given a second chance to learn a lesson or get something right? Alternatively, where are you clinging to the past? When would it be better to let go? This card can also indicate that conscious or subconscious memories from the past or even past lives are coming to the surface of your awareness to be processed or released. If it's not past memories coming to the surface, it could be that you're locating hidden strengths, awareness, or abilities. Or maybe a lesson or a challenge you are currently undergoing could be connected to a past life or as part of a karmic debt you need to pay off. Whatever is resurfacing from your past, use it to grow and flourish. Well, that's interesting when you're looking at this sort of, this whole past, you know, looking at this, uncover your past lives. So that's interesting that that card has come up. So let's have a look at card number 5, which was about round and round. So that's an interesting thing to sort of think about, isn't it? So let's have a look at number 5, round and round, upright message. You may feel scattered, ungrounded, or that you're going around in circles and on autopilot without clear direction or finishing what you start. You could be repeating the same pattern, oblivious to what's going on around you or lessons you could learn. Or maybe you're fearful of growing up or becoming overwhelmed by adult responsibilities. For some who draw this card, it could indicate a job, a relationship, or other matter you're inquiring about could be up and down, off and on, or affected by your own or another's mood swings, wavering, or indecision. Whatever your case, simply dreaming of a day when you'll have fewer responsibilities or for when the chaos will settle isn't going to help you much. Try to let go of secretly hoping that life will hand you a resolution or offer an easy way out. See what lesson you can learn that can help you move out of a repetitive or chaotic cycle. Oh, this is going to give me some things to really think about when we're thinking about taking a leap of faith in this situation and being able to see the lightness out of the dark. It really is about an awakening within myself spiritually. So to move forward on this journey, it is definitely about looking at past life, looking at what's actually gone on with this whole thing about being a bit of a hermit. Maybe I need to sort of rethink this thing of me, this use of technology as well, allowing it maybe to move forward and look at why I feel like I've been executed in some way. I think that's something that I need to really reflect on and need to sort of work through. So let's have a look and see if we can clear away this energy, this debris that's going on at the moment for us. Allow us to sort of take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and clear away the energy, the vibrations, the thoughts, and allow me to acknowledge what's actually past and acknowledge how I can stop going around and round in a circle. What can make me what can allow me to actually take the step forward in what I actually need to do. So let's focus on those thoughts for a moment. What can allow me to rebuild the future the way I want to? What can allow me to see the light out of the darkness? What can allow me to awake spiritually within my own path? Okay, so let's apply some healing to the process. This is just a jump start to the process. This is going to take a little bit of time. This is going to take some work. It's definitely going to take some reflection, some meditation on this process. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.